Tana River has for long ranked among counties with extremely high poverty and low literacy levels. So, in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, schools were closed and learners in the coastal county were among those hardest hit.
But the community-based learning program by the Ministry of Education and a non-governmental organization is bridging the gap a lesson at a time.
And as Nayoma Sampao now reports, the program has developed local solutions to local problems in the quest to improve access to education.
We navigate through the thickets of Minjila village in Tana River County before getting to the home of Pakero Abdallah. Here we find a mini school set up through the Accelerated Learning Program by the Ministry of Education and Zizi Afrique. It aims to satisfy learning needs in an area where uptake of education is extremely low. Around here, the phrase teaching is a calling and patience is a virtue applies quite literally.
You'll find that in most times, school attendance is very low, very poor by learners because of the migratory culture of our people. The affinity for education in the sub-county is still wanting.
A good percentage of people are pastoralists, and they will prefer their children to look after the animal rather than going to school. We are talking to them constantly, but still we have that challenge of learners, a significant percentage who are out of school and they really think they are supposed to be in school.
Tana River County ranks among the lowest counties in literacy levels. For most learners, it is more of going through school than seeking an education for the sake of the future. From Minjila, we head on to Garsen, still in Tana Delta sub-county. Here, language barrier often makes it difficult for teachers to communicate effectively with learners. In most cases, an interpreter must be present.
Unaweza ona hata mtoto yuko grade ya juu kama grade 3, 4, 5, lakini ana shida ya kusoma.
And this reflects on the ambitions of this region's future generation.
Mimi niki mkubwa nataka nipeleke Brobox. Kama tunasoma tunachunga mbuzi. Kama uenda shule kusaidisha mama kufagia. Sahihi na kusijua soma.
But the arrival of the Accelerated Learning Program by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with Zizi Afrique, a non-governmental organization, is bridging the literacy gap around here. Some 600 pupils have been enrolled and benefited through the period of school closure.
Learning loss is inevitable. With or without COVID, children still lose learning when they are away from school because of the realization that literacy is a basic requirement for any child. You cannot succeed in learning without literacy because it's what you need to pursue any other interest you have in life.
The introduction of e-learning in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic was seen as a mode of continuity of education, but capacity challenges and access to digital devices left a huge number of learners sidelined, some from this region.
Because of the poverty index, high poverty index level, we have very few who have access to radio or even smartphone. So those two factors, all those factors combined, lack of network, lack of accessibility to mobile phones and even TV, it is very difficult to have online learning in a good number of places in the sub-county.
In Idzoe village, we find a ray of hope. Faith and Addison Sokorete can now read and comprehend. Through this program, they have learned more than in the traditional school setup, Addison says.
Zamani nilikuwa mimi siwezi kujisomea mimi peke yangu. Mpaka niambiwe namba hii, niambiwe hii neno hili na maanisha hili. Wakati mwingine kama tuko shule, wenzako wanafanya mtihani, wanarudishwa nyumbani. Mara nyingine unakosa mtihani wa kufanya sababu ya kwenda kuchukua school fees.
Long time ago, cassava and palm lived in a village. village called Koa. They were very good friends.
The indefinite closure of schools to stem the spread of COVID-19 has inflicted mental torture on school-going children who considered school as a safe haven. Now there is concern that fewer will be going back once schools reopen, especially in this area where school is not really a priority. Through the program, a local radio station has been set up, which would broadcast content to learners with access to the device. The sessions were made interactive such that the learners could answer questions via short message services or calling in live.
Kama TS, tunamonita wale wanafunzi. Unaweza wakusanya mahali, ukae na wao hapo. Saturday moja unakaa one place, the other Saturday una move to other place. Or else, una move door to door, monitoring them. Others like what I did, sometimes wale wako karibu na wakupata radio, nilikuwa nawaita pale nyumbani kwangu, na waketisha pale, na I provide everything, kuosha mikono, kuwapanga, lakini mzazi alikuwa anafanya kitu kimoja, anawaprovide na mask wakati wanakuja.
Masomo iko chini, na before corona masomo ilikuwa chini, na saa hizi pia wakiendelea kuachwa, masomo hayo itaenda kudidimia zaidi.
In a region where poverty levels are extremely high, uptake of and concentration on education may sometimes be a tough task.
Mtoto anaweza kuamka very early in the morning. Ameamka mapema, anatembea, hata haja kula breakfast, akifika shule ni distant, lazima akae asome. Mtoto haja kula kitu, surely concentration haitakuwa sawa. Na umefika na situation ya kuwa huyu mtoto yuko, lakini sasa haja kula, na wewe unataka kabisa huyu mtoto asome. Huwa tunapitia hali ngumu. Saa ingine hata inaenda ile chakula ambacho umebeba, inabidi ugawanye. Hautagawanya kwa kila mtu, pengine let's say ni watoto kadhaa.
Northeastern and coast counties have in the recent past experienced a rise in insecurity orchestrated by Al-Shabaab militants. Among those targeted are non-local teachers.
We have the insecurity posed by the Al-Shabaab. So you find the teachers, not the many teachers we wish to be recruited in this region.
Interaction ya wewe na mzazi iwe ni nzuri. Wewe unakaa nao vizuri, mnaelewana. Ile good relationship na wazazi ndio unapata hata wanaweza kukaribisha paka kwa compound yao. Wazazi wana cooperate vizuri. Mtu kama ni kazi kwa mtoto umempatia, wanajaribu kazi ya wezavo mtoto afanye. Na hata kama mzazi hakwenda shule, unapata wanatafuta mtu hata kama ni kazi yake ama ndugu yake, wanakaa na wao pia wanasaidia kufanya ile kazi. Lazima kabla hujafanya ile kilometers zimekuja, unaweza kutoka mahali kama hivi. Kama wewe hivi umekuja, mimi nimekuja hapa na mimi hakuna maswali umeulizwa. Kuna wengine ukiingia hivi kama umevaa uniform unasimamishwa mwanzo. Mtu anakusimamisha na kuuliza wewe ni nani? Unatoka wapi? So unabidi unajieleza deep. Unaona? So hii community iko sensitive sana na mambo na security.
Mahali ambapo tunaweza kuconnect solar yetu.
As phased reopening of schools continues, education stakeholders in this region are worried that up to a quarter of the learner population may not return to school entirely. Nayoma Sampao, NTV.